So yesterday we were solving one-step equations. Today we're going to add another step to those, so we're going to be doing two-step equations. So we actually do have some steps in order to write down. So how do you solve a two-step equation? First thing we have to know is solving an equation. You guys remember PEMDAS, order of operations? Right? That's when we're putting everything together, correct? When we're solving an equation, we're actually taking everything apart. So we're going to be doing PEMDAS backwards. So when you're solving, we're going backwards from order of operations. So we have to start with addition and subtraction first. So for step one, you're going to get rid of any addition or subtraction first. Okay? So addition and subtraction go away first. Step two, then we're going to get rid of any multiplication or division that we see. And that's going to give us our answer, x equals a number. So then we can plug your answer back in to check it. So you're going to plug your answer back to check it. So let's look at example 1. 3x plus 1 equals 10. Okay, so following our steps, first we want to get rid of any addition or subtraction first. I see an addition right here, plus 1. So that's what I have to get rid of first. So I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. Okay, remember we have to do the opposite. Because what's 1 minus 1? 0. And whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. So this is going to give me 3x equals 9. Okay, that was step 1. Here's step 2. Get rid of multiplication or division. I see a multiplication here, 3x. So I'm going to divide both sides by 3. 3 divided by 3 gives me 3 divided by 3? 1. So those reduce to 1, so I get x equals 9 divided by 3. 3, there you go. And that's my answer. Now, of course, we have to check our answer, and it's going to be a lot more important for us to check on these one-step equations than, on the two-step equations than the one-step, because a lot of times the one-step you could just check it in your head, right? With the two-step, we actually need to make sure that we do check. So let's do our check. I'm going to plug it in. So this is 3 times 3 plus 1 equals 10. Now, when we're solving, we're doing PEMDAS backwards. But when we plug it back in, we're back to order of operations again. So what part do I need to do first? 3 times 3, which is? 9 plus 1. And what's 9 plus 1 equal? 10. So we got the right answer. Okay, so when we're solving, when we're trying to get x by itself, we're doing order of operations backwards because we're taking it all apart. When we plug our answer back in, that's when we're putting it back together to check that our answer is right. So you still have to follow order of operations in your check. Okay? Okay, example 2. 2x minus 11 equals 21. Alright, so Ryan, what did you do first?
I add 11.
Exactly. So you added 11 to both sides. Why did you add 11 and not subtract 11? How come you knew to do plus 11? Yeah, because we have negative 11 right here, right? And negative 11 plus 11 becomes 0. So that leaves me with 2x equals 32. Okay. Then what did you do, Angel?
Divide by 2.
Very good. We divide both sides by 2. So that gives me x equals, let's put it over here, 16. How many of you got x equals 16 as your answer? How many of you checked your answer by plugging it back in? Very nice. Thank you, all of you. Okay, so let's check it. If you didn't write your check in there, write it right now. I can't tell you how many test questions could have been saved if you had checked your answers. So this is going to be 2 times 16 minus 11, and we want that to equal 21. Okay, now we have to do order of operations in the correct order. So what's 2 times 16, guys? 32 minus 11. And what does 32 minus 11 equal? 21. So it checks out. Okay? Okay, example 3. This time we have x over 2 plus 3 equals 5. Write it down. All we're going to do is follow the steps that we wrote at the beginning. So first step is we need to find or see if we have any addition or subtraction. Do you see addition or subtraction in there, Omar? Yeah, which one? That plus 3. So we have to get rid of plus 3, which means we're going to subtract 3 from both sides. Everybody, what is 3 minus 3? 0, so they cancel, which is what we wanted to happen. Okay, so we're going to get x over 2 equals 5 minus 3 gives me 2. Okay, and then we have to, step 2 says get rid of multiplication or division. Is there multiplication or division in there, Alexia? X over 2, which one is that? Is that multiplication or division? Division. So we have to do the opposite of division. Good. Which is what, guys?
Multiplication.
Thank you, multiplication. So we're going to multiply both sides by 2. So I have a 2 divided by 2. So what happens there, guys? It turns into a 1. So that is a 1x equals 4. Will you guys check the answer? So right now in your notes, I want you to check it by plugging it back in. Okay, so to check it, we plug 4 up into here, so we have 4 over 2 plus 3, and we want that to equal 5. Now remember, we have to do order of operations in order. So 4 divided by 2 gives me 2 plus 3, and what's 2 plus 3? 5. That's what we wanted, so we got the right answer. Alright, last one, example 4. Uh-oh, the variable is on the wrong side. What's going to happen? Write it down. We have 20 equals 4 minus 4x. Okay, so I will tell you guys, just because the variable is on the right-hand side, we're still going to do everything exactly the same. It doesn't really change anything. So, first step is to get rid of addition and subtraction first. Where is my addition or subtraction? Brandon. It's that 4, this one right here, right? Is that a positive 4 or a negative 4? Well, look at the sign that's in front of it. Is there anything in front of it? No, so it's going to be it's a positive actually. Just because this is a minus 4, where is that minus attached to? It's attached to this guy right here. So we're looking at this 4, which is actually a positive. So to get rid of it, we're going to subtract. Okay, because let's look at it. 4 minus 4 is going to give me 4 minus 4? 0. So that's going to give me 16 equals, now did anything happen to that negative yet? Did we do anything with it? No, so it's going to be equals negative 4x. So that negative stays attached to the number that's behind it. Okay? So what am I going to do to get rid of that negative 4? Mary, what am I going to do to get rid of the negative 4?
Divide by positive 4?
Well, if I divide by positive 4, let's take a look. What's negative 4 divided by positive 4? Negative 1, right? We want it to be a positive 1, so I'm going to divide by, any guesses? Negative 4. So you're just going to divide by the same thing, negative 4. Okay? So negative divided by negative is a positive 1, so those are going to reduce. So what is positive 16 divided by negative 4? Negative 4. So we get negative 4 equals x. Okay, let's check it just in case because this one looks different. Yeah, so Aaron asked a good question. You actually probably will see your answer mostly written like that. He said, is it the same if I write x equals -4? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Same thing. I actually prefer it to be x equals -4. Okay, but if you give me -4 equals x, same thing. All we did was flip it around. Okay, so let's check it. 20 equals 4 minus 4 times -4. That's a lot of 4s. Okay, so 20 equals 4 minus, what's -4 times -4? Positive 16. So this is actually going to be 4 plus 16. And what's 4 plus 16? 20. So we got the right answer. Okay. So just because my x or my variable is on the other side, we still do everything in the same order. Because this first 4 was a positive, we had to subtract 4 from both sides. But that still left us that -4x, so we had to divide both sides by -4 to get our answer x equals -4. Okay? And then make sure you plug it back in to check it. Okay, so just as a recap, looking at our steps, when we are solving equations, we're undoing everything, which means we're taking order of operations, or PEMDAS, and we're doing it backwards. So you always do addition and subtraction first, then multiplication and division, and then exponents if there are any, but we're not going to be doing that anytime soon. Okay, so right now we're just worried about addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So order of operations is when we're simplifying or putting it all together. Solving is actually taking it all apart, so we have to do everything backwards. Okay?